Y'all are impressed by fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Okay? And then me, I mean, nothing impresses me. So then I end up looking like the fucking snob or like the bitch. You know what I mean? When in retrospect, you shouldn't be impressed by this bare minimal shit that this man is showing you. This is so fucking important. This is such sauce. This is such tea. This is what I teach my one-on-one coaching clients. So pay the fuck attention right here, okay? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dash. So I have dinner tonight at 9 at Frugality. You know, I had to get real cute for that. So I'm like, let me go and give my girls a video. Y'all gonna see this tomorrow. So period.
2,000 years later.
It's just giving life. Isn't it giving life? Aren't the microlinks giving life? You know? Okay, I'm gonna chill. Anyway, what the fuck is up? I hope y'all's weeks have been going. Well, this week has been going great. I hope you enjoyed the last video that came out on Tuesday. I don't think I made the announcement in the video yet, but all my videos will be on YouTube now on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Okay. We're getting organized, giving consistency, period. All right. So yeah, that's the first bit of tea. I'm just giving y'all a little bit of tea at the beginning of this video because we got lots of shit to talk about, and like I said, I have plans. So yeah, y'all know I am when I have plans. So I did recurl my links. I love them. I really love them, but I'm really fixing to get them taken out. Okay, let's talk about me being fucking frugal, because that's clearly not the case this month. But this has been an inconvenience for me because every day I have to spend about an hour and a half putting heat on my hair, blow drying my hair, everything after kickboxing. My hair be like drenched and like it makes my shit super puffy, even though I have a relaxer. That's not gonna work for me. One, for time, I don't have a fucking hour and a half after I come home from working out because my literal like work day starts about 2 hours after I get home, and I need that time to take a shower, get my mind right, eat, get things together. I don't have time to sit down and do my hair and makeup. You know what I'm saying? So like that has to change. So I am gonna get a sew-in very similar to this style on the 23rd, because I think that was the soonest. That's the one thing about having like a hair artist that's popping. Like that was the soonest she could take me, because like I'm ready to go tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I'll be getting the micro links taken out and getting bundles put in, and it'll still give this look. It'll just be a lot more full. So yeah, and like y'all disregard me because I was literally doing this right before the video started. So yeah, but like I love them. They super natural. Like it's such a vibe. Like I look so like wifey like, you know, unintentionally, even though it's intentional at the same time. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I achieved these curls using a wand curler, by the way. Y'all always ask me about my curls. So yeah, you don't actually use a wand curler. It's the clip one, but you curl it like you're using a wand. So you don't actually put it between the clip. T, okay? And I burnt the shit out of my forehead. So yeah, you know, I just be feeling like I have to say some of this stuff because y'all leave crazy ass comments. Oh my God, somebody's calling. I be digging myself in situations that y'all, okay, listen, the things that I teach y'all, you need to understand, like, you're gonna make people feel very magnetized towards you. A lot of people, that attention you might not have used to get, you're gonna start getting. And then you're gonna get real choosy, real picky, and real just whatever about shit, you know? And like that was like somebody from like a screenshot that I put in the video before about, you know, like somebody that really fuck with me and shit. But like, I just don't really care right now. Okay, I'm like on that like y'all know how I be like ding 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 ding, and then I be on my work shit or like vibe out shit or girls night shit or whatever the fuck. Like I'm somewhere in the I'm just in Dash world right now. So like I'm just not really like in tune with like, oh, call me before you go to bed. Oh, I don't feel like doing all that right now, you know? And he's like, yeah, you know, you told me you would call me before, or you called me when you got home last night, and then, girl, I ain't know you was my man. The fuck? Okay. So, enough of me being fucking crazy, okay? Don't forget all the new sites and stuff that I link. I always put down in the description box of the newer videos. So, yeah, okay. It's one called Age Gap that I have recently put in. 10 out of 10 recommend. I really recommend because there's lots of older guys on there. I would go with the vanilla flow with how you're talking to people, but at the same time, excuse me, it is an app designed for older men to talk to younger women. So yeah, okay, that's another one. The link is in my description below. Of course, Secret Benefits is still my #1 for early 2022. Sugar Daddy Me is #2. And then now we have the new Age Gap. Yay, right? Ugh, girl, he is texting me after just telling him that I'm gonna call him when after he said, call me when you finish. Okay. You're being insecure. Told him I had a dinner with my manager tonight. He said, don't be out on a dinner with no guys. Relax, sweetie. Relax. And I really do have a dinner with my manager. But damn, I kind of want to make you think I'm out with somebody else. You know? Work harder. Maybe you can get my attention. Anyway, this video is all about setting intentions from the beginning, and clearly I set the intentions right with this guy because look who's on my team. So either way, I wanted to do this video because it's super necessary. It's super important early in sugaring relationships to set the tone, and super, super important with first impressions when you meet people. So we're gonna talk all about that here in this video. This video works for dating, sugar daddies, dating outside the sugaring world, dating outside the spoiled girlfriend world. All about the setting of the tone for your relationship. A relationship that you want to grow, yeah? So yeah, if you're interested, keep watching. Y'all, he's so sweet. I might have to keep him. I just have to get out of my little mood. I'm not even in a mood. I'm just not even, I just got shit to do right now. Like literally, I have a daily schedule. Like I told y'all this in the last video, but like really every day. It's like a certain flow until like 1:15. Then after that, the night before I go in and add shit. So I have hour and 30-minute gaps throughout the day so I can figure out what the fuck going on once it syncs with my booking schedule. But I don't be thinking like, let me FaceTime him and see what he doing. Like, is that the world I need to be in? This is the new artist that I was telling y'all about. Anyway, let's talk about setting intentions from the beginning, okay? So, #1, it starts with the pictures in the profile. Are you already living? And what do your photos and your pictures and your profile say about you as a person? Are you exciting? Do you bring energy? Do you make a person look forward to, oh my God, if she's just lit online, what is she like when I meet her? What are the conversations gonna be like? What is our relationship gonna be like? Is she gonna be fun? Does she look like she like to travel? Does she like the beach? Does she like nice restaurants? Can you see her holding a picture with a champagne glass? Does she like champagne? Is she a red wine girl? Is she like a shot girl? What is she like? Men wonder all this shit early on about you in a relationship because they kind of use that information to decipher how they're gonna come at you. So that really, really, really matters. And why I'm so hard on y'all when y'all send me assed out pictures and it's like, girl, who the fuck was you trying to attract? At the gas station outside asking for $1? Or, you know, somebody wealthy with a whole bunch of money to spend on you. You gotta fit the lifestyle. Kind of goes back to like how I said in the allowance video. Don't be the girl asking for $4,000 who looks like she's never spent $4,000 before, okay? You wanna make sure that you have that welcome and that that ooh-wee when they first see your profile. And then like one thing that I've spoken on several different times. I'm trying some new lashes today. It's giving natural, bae, but whatever. So on Seeking, I was telling y'all like the male to female ratio is like, every 5 guys is 100 girls or whatever. It's just like a significant difference. It's way more females on these apps than it is men on these apps. So you have to be a standout. You have to be that girl, okay? Hey, it sounds easier, but like, and I feel like it's common sense, but it's not, okay? And like I said, I've been doing my research. Seeking is not the only site like that. All these sites are like, this is way more females than it is males. So next, okay, show who you are from the very beginning. Okay, so I used to have this issue myself. I've mastered it now because I have a way of using the type of man he is and the type of way I need to talk to him combined with the type of person I am and making it worth my while. You know what I mean? So And I keep looking. Sorry, I keep getting text messages from the dude that I just hung up the phone with. So it just keep popping up, so I keep looking that way. But it's super important to be who you are. Because see me, I have this eccentric, wild ass personality. Now I'm calm as fuck on the other side of me. The introvert of me is very calm, right? But I have to be here for the girls. Like, y'all are the girls, okay? Like, I have to be here for y'all. I have to give y'all the energy y'all need, bitch. You know what I mean? The energy you have to be successful in this world. Like, and that plays a major, major part of my life. So, of course, I'm not going to go in and be like, yeah, I'm a sugar baby coach. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck do you do that? But very vocal about who I am, very vocal about the audience I have, very vocal about loving what I do, and the importance of it all for me, and connecting with my clients and connecting with my family, you know, all over the world. Like, that's super important to me, and I don't want to just pop off on the dude that I'm trying to build a future with a few weeks later and be like, yes, I'm a social media influencer, and like, it's like a major part of my life. It's like 80% of my life, you know? Like, and he not understand, like, for instance, this guy that I'm the one that's texting, the one that just called, he's used to bitches being on him. Like, on him, okay? He's fine. He really is fine. You know what I mean? Dash not a bigger bitch, okay? But I don't care. You know how many fine men it is, and you know how fine I am? Like, I'm not pressed. I just got another great fucking message. We're winning this week, bitches. That's why I'm so excited in this video. But y'all need to understand this shit, okay? So even though I'm being goofy, just stick with me, because all of this shit matters, okay? But either way, he's used to girls being on him. He's used to, like, girls stopping what they're doing to be focused on his life. Like, if he had it his way, I would be in LA right now. Like, right now, I would be in LA. 100%. He didn't ask me 3 times to come, like, or when am I coming? And I'm like, well, we just gonna have to figure out dates, like making up literal bullshit excuses. But it's because I have shit going on in my life right now, you know? And like, that's a big thing I talk about in the Spoiled Girlfriend webinar, is understanding, like, that your life becomes a part of his life. Like, so, you know, I also talk about still having boundaries. This is an example of boundaries, okay? Like, once we continually grow this relationship, and if I see it going somewhere, then I'll give more energy. But right now, I don't have, you're not giving me everything that I need mentally for me to want to be all in with you and sacrifice a lot of my time, okay, when my time is limited. Okay, you gotta value yourself, value your time, value your energy. But I make sure early on in the relationship, he understands, like, this is a major part of my life. My schedule takes up a lot of my life. I'm committed to my workout class every morning. Like, you don't need to think that the world gonna stop just because you're now in my life. Like, my life ain't gonna shift. Versus getting into a relationship with somebody, dedicating your time, your energy, your efforts, all this shit, and then waking up one day and be like, yeah, I ain't gonna do that shit no more. Really, you had your own life this whole time, but you didn't put so much time and energy into this man that he think like, oh, now you acting funny because you ain't around me as much. When really, you're just going back to doing shit that's sustainable for your life and your energy and what makes you happy every day other than him, you know? So these are the things that you really gotta, like, make sure you pay attention to early on. I'm gonna present who the fuck I am from day one, and I don't care if you like it or not. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna love it though. So, you know what I mean? That's how you gotta feel about yourself. That's the confidence you have to have going into every single situation. Don't change who you are just for that man. You know what I'm saying? The only time I ever tell y'all to do something like that is when I tell y'all to talk to a man a certain way based on how he is, okay? So, next. If you meet on a vanilla site, go with the flow. Go with the flow of the dating aspect, but still set the tone. Okay, so if you meet them, this is so fucking important. This is such sauce. This is such tea. This is what I teach my one-on-one coaching clients. So pay the fuck attention right here, okay? When you go out on these dates, and I'm reading it exactly how I wrote it. If you met on a vanilla site, go with the dating aspect. Okay, so vanilla sites, Bumble, Hinge, fucking, what's the other ones? I don't even be on them shits. Tinder, Millionaire Match, because it's not necessarily sugar baby, sugar daddy. Literally any site that doesn't directly say sugar baby, sugar daddy, or something outside of a traditional relationship, you want to go with the dating aspect. The League, Luxy, those are 2 good ones now. Although you will find a sugar daddy on those apps because that's typically the vibes. You have to go with those people like you're seriously interested in dating. Like, you have to take the spoiled girlfriend route versus the sugar baby route versus the talking of meat fee and the arrangement and just the whole dynamic of a sugar baby relationship. You have to go at these relationships the way you would go at dating anybody else. And once again, if you don't know what I mean by dating anybody else, exit this fucking video, okay? Go watch my how to date video, way down, not the most recent one, and figure out how to get in these streets and date first, get some experience. You know, that's super important before you go out doing this shit, because if you don't know how to date, you will not have the sauce to be able to do this, because you have to go into this situation like an undercover sugar baby or like undercover spoiled girlfriend, you know, because one thing that's super important is vetting them before you get to this point. And then two, once you get to that point and y'all are hanging out, y'all are doing this, doing that, this bounces back to the situation I gave you, like an example with the guy who asked me, would I come to the South Side? What the fuck I'm gonna come over there for? There's nothing for me on the South Side. You know what I mean? So you have to set the tone in the beginning by the certain places you guys go, the certain things you do, the certain things you start to ask for early on. You can get all of these things out of a man who's not necessarily a sugar daddy just by the way you set the tone of the relationship by, oh, this is just what I'm used to. Oh, I didn't mean to make you feel like, this is going, you're making me feel like a sugar daddy, like asking for all of this stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to make you feel that way. I'm just so used to these certain things in relationships. You know, my last boyfriend was 100% a provider. Excuse me. He was 100% a provider for my life, and I'm so sorry if I offended you. I really want to grow something with you. But I really, you know, want to be sure that we understand the dynamic of our relationship early on. These are just the expectations I have of the man that I allow to claim me. Then you're not the bad guy anymore. Then you guys just had a simple misunderstanding, you know? You get me? Like, y'all gotta learn how to fucking run your mouth, how to talk. A lot of y'all don't know how to talk, you know? And that's like super important. It's like super important. Sorry I'm like so into my hair. I just really like it. And I'm really sad that I'm finna take it out. But I have to, because y'all don't understand how much heat. I've put more heat on my hair just this week, going to my workout class every day, than I have put on my hair since 2019, literally just this week. So I'm not gonna burn my fucking hair off when it's grown out so long and healthy. I'm not willing to do that. So maybe when I'm like not working out ever, which I don't really see happening, I'll get my hair links again. Okay, so yeah, y'all gotta understand that though. It's all about setting the tone from the beginning, like the way you carry yourself early in the situation. Now, I'm not talking about going into no situation, asking no man to pay for so much shit right away. You still need to build a connection. You still need to build a relationship. You still need to get to know him. And as I mentioned in Spoiled Girlfriend World, you do not ask for shit early on. That is not how you get your way with that relationship, okay? But when you guys start doing things, or when he does seem like he's about to spend some money, or when you can get him to buy you something, you know, it's all about setting the tone of it being expectation versus you asking. Kind of like how I told you guys in the allowance video as well. When you say you wanted your allowance to be $8,000, I'm not gonna go in like, yeah, like, do you think 8,000 is cool? Like, is that too much? I'm not gonna fucking go in like that. Yeah, babe, 8,000 is really what's gonna be helpful to me, and it's gonna help me sustain my bills and allow me to have some fun here and there. And I think that that's gonna be perfect for our arrangement. You're not really giving him an opportunity to say no. We don't do no. I don't do no. I hope you don't do no, because bitch, that's not my vibe, okay? So yeah. Okay, the next one. And this is so funny, me filming this video right now. One, I have so much fucking energy. I'm telling you, it's from the pre-workout. And it's earlier than it was when I was filming the other day. But on top of that, like, I'm gonna go out with my manager. He's lit as shit. I'm telling y'all, I love him. I'm probably gonna put a clip of him in this video if I do a picture with him later. But I love him. He's a fucking fireball. And he has all the energy and excitement that I need when I don't have it, you know? So us being together and both being firecrackers at the same time, it's just fucking magical, because we fixing to come up with a brilliant idea. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that while sitting here talking to y'all. And then I'm thinking about this man blowing up my phone right now. Like, literally have gotten 3 texts, y'all, and have already opened and responded to the first one, which was, you were just so gorgeous. You know? Like, so I'm just overwhelmed thinking about a whole bunch of shit and trying to teach y'all this at the same time. But I know y'all like when I do this little side note talking my shit, so just rock with me, okay? And understand that everything I'm saying in this video is super important and super relevant to what the fuck you trying to do, okay? Because if you don't set that tone and you don't set that impression from the beginning, I don't want to see no fucking message like, Dash, why is he acting so cheap? Either one, you didn't vet him early on to determine that he really ain't even got no fucking money. Or two, he not interested in spending that money on you because you didn't set the tone from the beginning of the relationship. Men who meet me know this is finna be out. This is outside my motherfucking league. You're finna have to spend some money. Like, you need to give that. You need to carry that. You need to be that, all right? So, next. Carrying yourself correctly from the beginning, okay? You can't be put together as fuck and then fall off of that, or not on point and then end up put together. Like, you have to maintain who the fuck you are, who you present yourself to be from the very beginning of the relationship, okay? Because if not, like, he don't know who the fuck he dealing with. He don't know who he dating. Like, I like for my men to know, like, I'm finna have to do something different to keep up with her. Like, I'm finna have to do, like, literally, y'all, my ex would dress totally different when we would go out. Because he knows, like, all the attention that I'm gonna get, he gotta be fly as fuck too, bitch. So the Philip Klein designer bling jeans are coming the fuck out. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of those things. I'm setting the fucking tone of this relationship. We gonna walk out and we're gonna be eye candy. Like, what the fuck? I can't be fine as shit walking next to you looking stupid as fuck. Come on. You know what I mean? So I'm going to set the tone. And I'm going to do it very early on. Like, even another example, I hope y'all be paying attention to my videos, because I really be giving y'all dead ass examples literally from my personal life that will help you. You know what I mean? So the guy, when he was telling me, like, you know, he was talking about the South Side and shit. And I was like, you know, ain't no reason for me to go over there. I like to get dressed. Ain't no reason, no way for me to get dressed on the South Side, okay? And me telling him I like to get dressed, he's gonna know that when our first date comes, if it comes at this point, because I don't even remember, y'all. My schedule says tomorrow, but it's really supposed to be Friday, but I don't really know. But either way, he knows on that day I'm gonna be stepping easily, because I just told you, like, I like to put that shit on. So you need to know how you need to come, you know, for the first date as well. Once again, setting the tone, and then you know how I am and how I carry myself from the beginning. You don't have to figure that shit out. I'm gonna let you know, okay? This next one is super important. Y'all are impressed by fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing. Okay? And then me, I mean, nothing impresses me. So then I end up looking like the fucking snob or like the bitch. You know what I mean? When in retrospect, you shouldn't be impressed by this bare minimal shit that this man is showing you. And one of the major rules, major tips I have for you, even when you are super fucking impressed, don't act like you're not used to shit. You literally throw away all the work you put in for your profile, your bio, the early conversations, everything, when you act so excited and so overwhelmed by something that's literally bare minimal as fuck, okay? Like, you going to a 5-star restaurant and them doing like this special signature thing with drinks should be an expectation, not a fucking, oh my gosh, this is my first time experience. Unless you playing, you know, the damsel in distress, or you playing, I talk about this type of girl in the Spoiled Girlfriend book. Like, she's basically like ditzy. You know what I mean? She acts ditzy, like, oh my gosh, this is so blah, blah, blah. You know, if that's the role you playing, that's one thing. But 9 times out of 10, I always tell y'all, do not act impressed by the bare fucking minimum, because then men be bitches like me and they be like, can't do nothing to help make this bitch happy, when really they not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you need to learn how to expect the best, and when, even if it is some shit that comes, it's so impressive. Like, I remember the one thing about Suge X, he had a mansion, and she was telling me, like, it's a 3-story mansion, like, got an elevator and all this shit. I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, like, she telling me, but I'm still like, whatever about it. Now, I actually went and saw it, and it was literally impressive. I'm like, oh, okay, bitch. We had to do our little handshake about that one. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna act like I ain't never, you know, been in no mansion. Because one, that's not the truth. I done been in several mansions. But his was hella impressive. I ain't even gonna lie. But I'm not fixing to overly exaggerate loving this nigga's home. Like, versus some people like, ooh, a large, ooh, this TV, ooh. Like, I'm not finna do all that. And a lot of bitches do that. Stop acting so fucking impressed and get out and see some shit for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get to talking to y'all like this when y'all like to say, oh, she feeling herself. No, bitch, I'm telling you the truth, okay? And if you feel a way about my energy coming at you, it's just because you've been doing the wrong shit for so long. and you finally needed somebody to tell you. So that's what I'm here to do, okay? So next, your mouthpiece must be clever and effective. That's some shit that takes time, okay? And I'm not gonna be on y'all ass about that. Sorry, y'all be getting cold. But I'm not gonna be on y'all ass about that, because the only way you get your mouthpiece right is by dating. And I'm not talking about just dating sugar daddy, I'm talking about dating, period. You gotta get out, you gotta experience things, you gotta see things, because then you learn things to say in certain situations. Like, I don't have to think twice about the shit I'm gonna say. Even if I don't have shit to say, it's a certain face I'm gonna give when something's said. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about knowing, but you only know if you've given yourself the opportunity to experience things, okay? And then you can also put yourself in scenarios like, oh, what would I do if he said this? Or what should I say if he says this? You know, things along that line. And that might work for you as well. But my personal thing with having clever and effective answers when it comes to slick shit that a man will say, or slick things they'll say to test what you're gonna say, the only way to master that shit is by constantly being put in that situation. And, you know, then you'll know what to say. Like, it's no real like way for me to just be like, okay, so this is what you're gonna say, because men can say things so differently. So you just kind of gotta practice and get into it. You know what I mean? Like, because it's the only way you can learn. And I really, like, my spirit is really telling me to tell some of y'all, like, you really need to get out and date before you try jumping into this world. You have not dated enough. You have not dated enough. If you haven't been on more than 8 dates, I'm serious too. Don't jump into sugar baby world. Take your ass out, or get your ass on like Tinder or something. Get some men to take you out on some little dates, some little, you know, still practice setting the intentions, practice setting the tone of the relationship, everything along those lines. Learn lines that work with these men, learn different things, you know, and then go from there, okay? The next one is you have to build the relationship. You need to have really good conversations. So that's super important too. People come in like, Dash, he's not giving me nothing. He's not doing this, he's not doing that. Because he doesn't fucking know you. You haven't even given the man a chance to get to know you before you came in this bitch telling him what you want or what you need. Like, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be real with your fucking self. You have to be real with yourself, okay? Are you deserving of the shit that you asking this man for this early? Because if the answer is no, then don't be messaging me like, oh my God, you know, he's cheap, he doing this, he doing that. When really, a lot of men be wanting to spend money, but they scared to spend money because they don't know who the fuck they spending the money on. So, you know, y'all gotta put in the effort, the time, the work that's necessary to build these relationships. Like, this man has to care about you and genuinely want the best for you and want to do anything to make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all don't even give them the opportunity to get to know you. They have to get to know you, even if they only getting to know the alter ego. You know what I'm saying? They still need to know who the fuck you are before you go in asking for $1,000. Like, come on, okay? So then, your maturity level says a lot. Okay, that's something I've really learned in, about you guys recently. Specifically with coaching, I have lots of mature coaching students right now, like clients, whatever I want to call them. I have very mature, like, they're so mature, they're so exciting to work with. They have lots of experience. It's either they missing something from this gap or they missing something from this gap, and then we just got to put it all together. So I have that set. Then I've had clients like, okay, a lot of people will ask like why the Ask Dash calls prices went up, okay? Because of the people that the 25 to 50 range was attracting. You know what I'm saying? Like, even for a 20-minute conversation, some of the things that I was having to say, I truly can't keep saying, you know what I'm saying? And then it's not things that's like, oh, she's just new to the channel. It's just like common sense type of shit. And I've noticed that, you know, me increasing the price on these services, really my manager increasing the price on these services, like, I've brought in the girls that get it. You know what I mean? So I won't be changing that. And I'm really enjoying working with the girls that get it, you know? So you have to understand that with different things comes a certain level of maturity. Like, a lot of men with long money to spend, they have a certain thing they look for in a level of maturity from a woman. And if you're naive or if you're easily affected by, like, the worst thing that's so annoying to me from like older guys when you date them is when they say shit that's like corny and not really funny, but like low-key inappropriate, and you're just supposed to let it brush off of you. you have to get past that because it happens, but at the same time, it's fucked up in that moment. And like when you're younger, our first instinct is, who the fuck is he talking to? You know what I mean? But we can't respond that way. You know, now obviously if it's something blatantly disrespectful, that's something different. But when it comes to the little cornball jokes and little shit, like especially from the white men, it's just kind of like one of those things that come with the territory, and you got to know how to handle it in a mature way, you know, or handle mature situations. Like, I've been in so many fucking situations where I had to just be mature, like, okay, I had to be the classy bitch and get the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? So you just have to pay attention to the different environments, the different opportunities, the different tests. These men think they clever as fuck. Like the one that's trying to take me on a date Friday, he think he's so clever. He think he knows women. So, I mean, y'all should have just heard that nigga on the phone. And I'm just sitting there thinking like, you don't even know who the hell you talking to right now, bitch. You know what I mean? You don't even know who you talking to, but he think he know everything. So you got to be able to read these men, and you got to be the smarter manipulator. I haven't said it in a video in a long time, but the key to success is being the smarter manipulator, okay? So the last two things, men will always bring up sex. It's gonna fucking happen. You know what I mean? Like, and the good thing is, the ones that respect you, the ones that's worthy of keeping, you can let them know that you're not comfortable discussing that topic yet. You can let them know that you still want to build more chemistry, you want to get to know them, you want to do this, you want to do that, to get them off of that subject, per se, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't need to act like you're being so fucking tried when they try to bring up sex, because like, you got to think, if I'm telling you guys to charm this as a dating experience with these guys, you know what I mean? Like specifically off the vanilla sites, when I'm telling you to go about this in the dating sense, when you're dating someone, sex comes up. So why is it so fucking crazy when it comes up with the sugar daddy? You know what I mean? So the one thing you have to understand, where everything gets fucking confused, is you need to treat that relationship the same way you would treat a relationship with someone you getting to know. And I hope that you guys aren't having sex with people that you just quickly getting to know. I really hope that that's not the case, because then we need to backpedal a lot, okay? But when you first get to know a stranger or something, like, especially when it respects you, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even finna try to come at you about sex early on. Like, that is not like a major thing for me. Like, when it comes to this world, and like, that's like the major shock that's been happening a lot through interviews, when I be like, yeah, I don't have sex with them. Like, that's a fucking massive shock. But I truly believe me having sex with them would take away my power in the situation. So I'm gonna hold on to my cookie, period. Okay? So like, I want you guys to understand that when the sex topic comes up, don't fucking run away. Don't be fucking, oh my God, about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you have to just know how to handle it. And the best way I can tell you to handle this, handle it how you would with a regular guy you met at Fresh Market or at the gas station trying to bring up sex early on in a relationship. Okay? If you don't know how to answer that, you need to date. All right? And then lastly, worst thing you can do when you first get a pot is to not, a pot is a potential, okay? So worst thing you can do when you first get a pot is not set the tone and let them off easy, okay? Worst thing you can do is go in the situation with no fucking expectations, or giving off the energy that you have no expectations and that you just easily impressed about whatever. That is the worst fucking thing you can do, because it's the hardest thing to come back from. Okay, because you didn't already set a tone that is a tone that ain't your fucking vibe. And now you're trying to save yourself from it. You know what I'm saying? So let's just not, okay? Let's just not. And I know I was super silly in this video and super goofy, but everything I said, I meant. And everything in this video is super, super important. So I hope you made it to the end, bitch, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on Saturday.